You know the Dexter memes? Yeah, like those are my favorite ones, the ones like on top where it says speak to me in that beautiful Arabic accent, and then at the bottom it says popcorn or Pepsi or Sikwat. So people don't believe me when I say that English is my third language. They're like, how is it your third language? And I have to explain that I learned Arabic first and went to Montreal and had to learn French there and then moved back to the Arab world, and that's where I learned English, you know? And where we were at that point in time, one of the best schools for English was an Indian school. So my parents put me in an Indian school for 1 year. And that was such a great experience, I mean, on a cultural level, but also I had the best teachers. And I had to relearn like writing, because when I learned French, we had to write cursive, like connect all the letters together. But then when I got to the Indian school, they wanted us to write separate letters, so I had to relearn that all over again. But anyways, right after that, I go to a Lebanese school, so the system is like French, English, and Arabic became like the extra class, which I think is hilarious. I think is really hilarious. But in that school, we had kind of like developed like our own accent, our own Arabized English accent, because it wasn't an American English, nor was it a UK English. Not that these two cultures don't have multiple accents within them, but we had our own version that was influenced, like, you know, by the multinationalities of like classmates, but also like teachers that came from everywhere. So that was really something. And what I like the most is when I meet someone who speaks English with a heavy accent. It really just tells me that their native language is so much more difficult than English, you know, because there's a misconception around the world that when someone is speaking a language like with a heavy accent, that they are less proficient in that language, which is completely not true, you know, because it's just that English is a much easier language than Cantonese, Spanish, Arabic, you know, and so on. And plus they sound very sexy with their accent. It makes me want to know more about them and when did they learn English, what's their story. So yeah, but the most amazing experience I have had around the subject of speaking English, okay, and I want to share it with you, happened to me in the Arab world, okay? So let me set the scene. Okay, we're having like a lunch, okay, in public, not in a household setting, with family and friends and kids, and very often, like in the Arab world, which I believe happens in different places around the world, but in the Arab world, it's very common that there are kids on the street that could come up to you to ask for money. So anyways, this girl, she comes up to me, okay, and she's wearing this red dress. It's gone gray, you know, and you can see bits of the red here and there, and bless her, like my heart goes out to her and all the kids in this kind of situation. And she comes up to me, and in exchange for asking for money, she's offering prayers, okay? So she starts saying prayers like Allah يخليكي, Allah يخليلك أهلك, Allah يزوجك, Allah يعطيكي ولاد, Allah يعلمك الإنجليزية. And this last prayer, like, it amazed me. Like, I looked at her and I thought, what a creative girl. Like, she's so creative. Like, she's saying, may God teach you English. May God teach you English. And no, she made her assessment. She saw the situation. She made her own assumptions. And then she provided prayers, like bespoke prayers based on her assumptions. And I loved it. And it might be something that she heard from someone else, but it was, in that moment, it really amazed me, you know? And it makes you realize how privileged it is to speak more than language. It's such a privilege. So I give her money. And then I tell her, don't bring your friends. And she's like, I will not bring my friends. You know, she seemed so proud. And she worked hard, she earned it. خلاص, that's it. Like, she's not sharing this with anybody else. So شو بيقولوا؟ الله يعلمك الإنجليزي. May God teach you English, okay?